the fuck out of me.
And I've been hearing a lot of people saying that. I mean, that it's like reverting back. You know how it's, you know what I'm saying?
Your OGs and shit.
It's all the candy and shit. Now it's all going back to the OGs. I keep hearing every time I watch like an interview with somebody with like a, you know, big dog in the game. They always talk about OGs. And I'm looking at like the breeding projects I want to start. And I was like looking at some of the OGs and shit like that. Cause I want to start some breeding shit, but I ain't gonna tell y'all what the crosses is. I mean, it's a lot of people that don't cross it. I'll tell y'all the first one is TK, but other than that, like I ain't gonna tell y'all what I'm gonna cross it with, which is, you know, TK that's trying to push from out of Florida and shit like that. So of course I'm gonna keep it with the land. I kind of know, but since I know about the like breeding shit now, like I don't really got too much experience in it, but I know about it now. Like my brain's clicking with it, and I know a lot of people that really like are about like doing that shit. So I got like brains to pick about it, and I've learned a lot along the way. So, like, I was like, now it's only right that I start, like, fucking off on the side with my, like, own little shit and trying to, like, actually create something. Because at first we did have our ideas. And I want to tell I'm going to tell you off the camera. I'm going to tell you off camera. I'm going to tell you on camera, but we're going to bleep it out. And back to y'all. Like, there's some breeding shit coming. Like, because somebody coming today, they said that it was like, when we going to get some, like, when y'all going to bring some Dusa shit to the market, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, damn, like, you want that? And I was like, a lot of people liked it. And I was like, shit. I was like, shit. I've already been planning. If you want your signature, like no matter what, like if you doing this shit, like everybody kind of, you want something that's yours in a way, not like on a selfish standpoint. You just kind of want something that represents you, or just something that you could be proud about. Like, I mean, you could be proud about the next person's genetics. Maybe you like pheno hunted and you got your version of the GG fucking Gorilla Glue or whatever cookies, whatever you want to throw your mix on, so it's technically yours. Like that's your pheno, like that you hunted or whatever. But at the same time, you want something that's like really 100% yours. So I was like, shit. People asking for it, and I was like, first thing I'm gonna do, once I get that shit going, all the testers, all subscribers, everybody that subscribed to the DUSAFARMS channel, not everybody, but the first 100 people, I'm sending all them bitches out for the free. Just sending them all out to test them, keep me updated, because that's a whole bunch of free testers right there. You ain't gotta like have nobody big. Of course, I'm
big hurt. You know you getting.
And after that, it's like exactly big hurt. Like that's the first person. Come on, man. Exactly. To send them shits to everybody, just boom, 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 get them shits out of the bud. A lot of people gonna have that. Well, I don't know about 100 kind of a lot now that I think about it, but I'm gonna send that shit to a lot of people, and then from there branch it off to the YouTubers, and from there it's like, all right, they fucking with it. It's got a name behind it. Boom. To the contest they go. See how they rocking with it. See how it score. Which I want to do the cups and shit like that. I feel like I'm just like, it's gonna be one of the moments like, damn, when do I think it's gonna be good enough to go to a cup? It's like it's gonna always have that opinion, like when is it gonna be good enough? Because it's like I'm always be critical of it in a way.
Things are about to go for sure to the next level. And speaking of next level, as far as this cannabis shit, got some news, man. We talked about it a couple weeks ago, but we weren't for sure. Oh. October 30th, New York City, Cookies will be opening.
Oh, shit.
Cookies in New York City.
You know that I seen the video. I think it was like doing like a time lapse in a building or some shit like that. But I seen like it's all blue building, like tall New York style. Like that's very. It's to me, it's very weird to see that type of like. I'm not used to the city life. Me, I'm on the country outskirts. So like the stacked up buildings. Like it's a nice ass building. I mean, the blue stands out. Against everybody or whatever. But
that little real estate right there. So expensive. Like a few years ago when Supreme store on in New York, it was about to close down. It did close down. They relocated it, but the original location, I can't remember off the top of my head where it was. But the original location went up for sale because they or for rent. Because now since Supreme not there no more, now somebody can just come in. It was $60,000 a month. For that location.
$60,000
for the Supreme Store's location. That was like 3-4 years ago. So probably like 80, maybe 100.
That's one of them employees that work in their salary.
And not to mention, Supreme probably is the reason why that price was so high on that block. But you know, New York real estate is expensive. I'm not really sure where exactly this Cookies is supposed to be. But knowing downtown, that's probably a $50,000.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna be in like the hugest.
Not to mention all the taxes and all the other shit they got. New York taxes. Come on, God bless you, nigga. God bless you, bro.
Imagine this though.
That's why you dropping that album.
You know how they open up, people gonna be hyped that it's Cookies and stuff like that. But you know, with interstate still being the thing, you know, you can't. Once the interstate, like they allow the interstate commerce and shit like that, and they're able to like ship the shit out. Imagine like when they, cause you know everybody Cali weed, wherever you go, no matter where in the country, or the fucking the world, not even the world. Everybody that smokes weed, they know like the Cali shit. Everybody just Cali exclusive. Cali is the best weed, right? It's the mecca of weed. Whenever they allow like interstate commerce, they're gonna have places like that, New York at the cookies, and they're gonna ship it. It's gonna be like, this is the New York local menu. These are what the New York people are growing. And here's the Cali cookie menu.
Which
and then people gonna go crazy because in I think it's
extra exotic.
Barcelona or something like that. They got their menu and then they got the Cali menu. They literally got Cali menu, and that's the menu that go crazy.
I'm gonna say this though. We all know cookies is a big brand, but this location is gonna make and or break for at least the city, because New York has always had good weed. It's always been. If you from New York, you know our sour diesel is synonymous. Every rapper that fucked with it. We had Branson. We had all this other like legendary shit in the cannabis game. You just don't get the respect for it because it's cold and all that shit. I'm not sitting here asking for no respect or nothing. That's corny. But I will say, New York has always been known for good weed. So if Cookies has like a rough time, like how Vegas did, the Vegas openings, and they was like, yeah, all the weed in Vegas bad because of the humidity and shit. That's not gonna work in New York. Y'all better be on y'all P. I'm sure they will.
Pretty much it's like you not finna just come and like shit on nobody really.
No, not even just
like
that.
Y'all gonna come and do y'all thing
unless your shit is fire. It's gonna be told.
You won't fuck up, and
man.
Like,
don't go to Cookies, bro. That shit ass. Go to the Aki store or some shit.
Yeah.
Go to I got.
Because like if you open up in like fucking what's like not Nevada, that's Vegas, or what's a random one of these middle central countries. You open up one of them places like a Cookies open up there. Everybody know Cookies. They gonna be like, oh, they whether it's good or bad, they gonna gravitate towards Cookies because it's Cookies. But you go somewhere where there's already some sort of competition, somebody holding down. Because I ain't gonna lie, the West Coast do be thinking they shitting on the East Coast. The West Coast, y'all just had this shit going a lot longer. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, and what y'all do, y'all got it on lock. The Cali is the mecca of weed.
Y'all got a cheat code. Y'all got the weather.
Yeah, like y'all been blessed, and all kudos to y'all. Y'all really paved the way for shit like that. But the East Coast, like y'all can't just shit on them now. There's some good shit on the East Coast. There's some Booth, there's some meds and shit like that. Some Reggie, but the same thing could be said on the Cali side. Cause I've been seeing it's a lot of shit been going on.
New York is known for having good weed. Philly people be having good weed, according to Gilly. I don't really be smoking in Philly, so I don't know. See,
I guess on a broader, it's easier to get good weed in Cali as opposed to like the East Coast.
The big cities, you're gonna get good. You can find good weed easy. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing with the big cities. Is also the finesses. Who's gonna put the bullshit in the Zod bag? And I meant to speak on this earlier. I'm unpopular opinion. Some OGs are way better than exotic. I ain't gonna hold you. I get higher off certain OGs. Like if I get a little $100 ounce of Bubba, and it smell like
people shit on Bubba, but Bubba
real
really
strong.
Yeah,
they got that real strong nose, and I smoke it, and they got that little citrus taste. That's worth it. I go back if I bought a zip. I'm going back. I'm like, yo, let me get the other 3. I'm buying that whole QP. It's been a minute since I had some book. This whole exotic wave share everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Now
Plus,
the OGs
I've been
are
smoking
becoming
nothing but
exotic.
Dusa weed for a minute. So, you know what I'm saying? And we finna have some OGs too. So
exactly, for sure.
But don't sleep just because it's not the shit that your rapper rapping about. Well, Boston Richie, he rap about Bubba and shit. I think that was his thing. He was just a Bubba salesman and all that. But Bubba ain't bad, bro. Y'all better get up.
People shit on
not just Bubba, but like all the other OGs.
Yeah, a lot of them like people shit on because a lot of people do like flavors. I feel like it's just the wave of like our generation, I guess, or just the younger generation even under us or whatever.
Runts.
Yeah, the candy. Everybody want. Yeah, really, that's the movement. Candy became the movement, and it's like really like it's like if it ain't candy, if it don't, especially if it don't got no color, if it don't got no frost, it's like it's whack.
Is it runts?
Because it's some shit.
At this point, you just make some shit up. There's so many strains and or bullshit strains out there that you can literally just make up any. What kind of weed is this? This donkey butter. Donkey butter is a real strain. You thought I made that up for a joke? Donkey butter is a real fucking strain. Jet fuel, fucking donkey piss. That's a thing. There's a lot of piss strains.
Cat piss.
Cat piss is definitely a
South Park episode where he went to Titty
Chief
Land.
Keef. Good loud pack smell like cat piss. All that type of shit. So there's a bunch of shit. But I'm telling you, them OGs, man, don't sleep on them shit.
Which I'm kind of glad that I feel like it's kind of like the market. You know how the market is like gone so low now. Like people shit. $1,000 peas, shit, $800 peas or some shit, like some crazy like ass numbers for peas. Like it usually like two is like a two grand for a pea was like all right, that's cool, shit. But back in the day, people, you know what I'm saying, like I remember my hearing old heads talk about like the prices they was paying. They'll go grab motherfucking pea for $3+ and some shit like that and turn around and just make a, you know what I'm saying. So it's like damn, the fact that and it's gonna trickle down so much. And then I was like, I feel like that kind of goes with as soon as the candy flavor, as soon as people stop, like everybody's so like desensitized to the candy and shit like that. It's like, all right, I just want some like.
It's gonna switch
some OG shit. Like I want some like, and it's like boom, that kicks back up that wave. And I feel like that'll kind of like after that wave, the OG waved out because it's always gonna be like it's kind of like the stock market, up and down, shit like that. People's change as you get like right now, the OGs are gonna be the exotic for right now because they're so rare compared to all the candies. And then the OGs pick up, then the candies become exotic again, and then from there, when the candies come back, it's gonna be even new flavors at that point. So it's gonna be, some new shit. They ain't no more Sunday Driver no more. I just thought it random.
It's gonna become to the point where good weed is gonna be so regularly available and affordable.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's gonna get. You're gonna see instead of people gonna be branding like, oh, this is exotic, this is that. It tastes like this, then after that, it's not even gonna be that no more. You're gonna see an insurgence of small batch brands. Cause now we need a way to differentiate.
They passing laws for like farmer, like small, like small farmers to be able to sell straight to consumers.
See, that's the thing though. Of course, that's good for like home growers. I'm not talking about the home growers. I'm talking about the companies that are going to brand their shit as small batch. Like, remember we talked about a while ago. You didn't see it because you didn't support it. But we talked about a while ago that marijuana gonna become like alcohol. You're not buying that fucking $10 bottle of E&J just off the strength because you know it's E&J. It's going to get you drunk. It's $10 though. You can't pull up on the hose with a bottle of E&J. Yeah. But the bottle, the $40 Hennessy or wherever you at, it might be different. You get the Hennessy or some shit, it got a name behind it. Or something that say VSOP. Because now it's like, oh, this is a special, it's very special operating performance. I don't know.
I was trying to figure out what the OP
I don't know what this shit is. Okay.
Overpowered.
Yeah, that shit. Whatever. It's gonna be the same thing with weed, but instead they're gonna call it small batch because it's gonna become a rapper or someone influential that's gonna start speaking on like the little small shit about the cannabis world that nobody know about, and they're gonna start talking about growers and strains and genetics and shit, and he's gonna say some shit, or she is gonna say some shit to the effect of, I don't even be smoking this shit that you can get in store. I fuck with my girl. All my shit small batch. Then another rapper that he fuck with is gonna be like, I'm only smoking exclusive small batch from such and such, from such and such.
And like that person is like made to order type shit. Like he ain't growing for the masses. He growing for these specific, and that's why I got a number behind it.
Now all the rappers instead of saying like, oh, we got the Zion, it's gonna be small batch in, and the price is going up, or the ticket high, because now it's like, I gotta buy this Douce version of this marijuana Douce because I don't want to just pull up on her with no bubble. I don't want to pull up on her. I'm sure Run's gonna have that thing, but I don't want to pull up on her with the regular runts. I gotta have the VSOP runts or the Casa runts or whatever the fuck they gonna. You know what I'm saying?
You might got B grade when the motherfucker, because a motherfucker always gonna hold on to their top tier, their A grade and shit like that. And if the motherfucker like want to cut, it's like, yeah, here you go. Some people gonna throw the A grade, you know what I'm saying? But of course, you always gonna want to keep that like number one. It's like, nah, number 2, number 3 are fire, but here I'll give you number 2 type shit. It's like I still got like the deal. You got the deal as well. Like everybody gonna think, but at the same time, like comparing these to each other, you can tell this one is better type shit. And then that's how it's gonna go. It's like I released the B grade to whoever or the number 2s, but it's like the number A is like the excuse of the VSOP type shit, which that'd be interesting to see something like that.
I'm telling you, it's coming soon.
Especially like,
cause there's always got to be some sort of exclusivity to make people buy it. It's part of consumerism,
and it's all it takes is literally. I mean, I'm not saying like a rapper could single-handedly blow up a strain. Like that phase is kind of like dying down.
Young Dolph blew up Gelato.
Young Dolph did blow up Gelato. I wouldn't know about it, to be honest, if it weren't for him, to be honest. I'm be honest. I ain't grow big.
is Dolph.
Yeah, for sure. I wasn't big into the strains. Like, motherfucker was just, like, Cali, that's why I say Cali's so far ahead. And, like, Cali, like, from, like, the 90s and the fucking the 2000s and shit, like, they been doing strain names and shit like that. Motherfuckers is like...
We knew, like, 3 strains in New York. Yeah. Sour was, like, the main one. And that was, like, the name for, like, most good weed. Yeah. They just called it Sour. Even if
sour.
It
yeah, I mean, I was in Florida, and I knew of sour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They would get that shit from
That was the
like
only
being
guy
on
I
the,
didn't really
the
pay
East Coast, shit like that. Florida, there was some hazes, fucking Triangle Kush and shit like that.